everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new castings from the latest Fast and Furious set. We're just looking at the new castings. The repeat S14 and the Supra are none of my interest. And actually I did keep the Supra because it's gloss. The previous one I have was flat, which is terrible. I think that was the first release. Don't know why they did that. Replacing it with this gloss one from the latest set. Otherwise, I don't think anything's different and no need for me to cover it. So, we're going to check out the new models here. Strictly, we got the Plymouth Roadrunner, the Lamborghini LM002, and the Koenigsegg CCXR. Yes, all three of them are new models. I know there's a lot of Roadrunners in the Hot Wheels world. This 1970 specifically is a brand new casting for 2025, and we're going to start with it. I know not a lot of people are interested in it. The muscle scene has kind of died down in the Hot Wheels world, which is quite unfortunate because it provided a lot of nice castings. And I like to see that some of them from like the early 2000s are starting to recycle into the main line. And I've been collecting some of the good ones, some of the good decos. We'll take a look at the Roadrunner here. This is from the 7th Fast and Furious movie that Dom crashes into the Aston Martin, which I believe Hot Wheels has already done. Or was it the Jaguar that he crashed it? No, it was the Aston Martin, I believe. Can't remember now. Well, okay, the stand is like struggling. Hold on, let me just adjustments there. Starting off, very gorgeous metallic orange. Amazing choice. You got the black trim on the back here, and the taillights pop out very nicely. The chrome, or actually not even chrome, it's painted silver, the base, which is a nice touch, a nice metallic silver. I like the detail in the base here, that's pretty nice. Got the headers coming off of the engine there, and then, I don't know what exactly this is. Is it part of the transfer case off the transmission there? That little notch that drops way down below everything else. Got the front suspension and all that. It kind of makes it pretty aggressive. The tires seem kind of thin though, which I don't mind. I prefer the smaller tires, but for a Hot Wheels, I'm like, wow, this thing doesn't have thick tires. It's kind of weird, but these rims look great on it. You got the ram air intake on the front there, and oh, it actually is an intake that is actually hollowed out, which is pretty cool. You can kind of see the plastic in there from the interior. You got the hood pins and then the black hood. Headlights look really good. Very iconic Roadrunner front grille there. Absolutely love it. And just the stance of this thing is awesome. How it kind of like sits lower in the front, just a tick. Love this. This is how I like my muscle cars. If they all looked like this, I would get them all. But I don't. But they don't. So people are like, oh, you're not a muscle guy. I am. I just very specific about them. Next up, the Lamborghini LM007. Now, I should have brought out the Matchbox one for comparison. What you really need to know is that this one is like 2 times the size of the Matchbox one. Just without the Matchbox one here for reference, this thing is massive. And that's good. Makes it worth the price increase in these premiums. But, I mean, it's pretty much approaching, you know, if you bring out from the last video, 4Runner and Tacoma. It's kind of just slides right in there with them. It's a little wider, actually, but same size pretty much as those two. And those two are amazing castings, and I am super ecstatic with the LM007, or 002, right? LM002. The Lamb truck. One of my favorite Lamborghini. Of course it is, because I love my boring cars. Well, I mean, it's probably offensive to say the LM002 is boring, but most Lamborghini fans are interested in the Mercy and stuff. But I love this thing. I love the real one. I got to see one in person. It is a phenomenal vehicle. It's a very weird car to see in person. You know, I know of many different cars, and I've seen a lot of weird cars in person, and none of them has hit me as much as the 002 here. Very nice headlight details. I like the little markers down below there. Grille detailing, I can't really tell if it's like separately painted. It almost looks like it is, but of course it is very hard to tell on the black. I think this is a Ronald design, isn't it? If this isn't, then the Koenigsegg definitely is, but or maybe they both are. I can't remember. But he's just been killing it. And even if this isn't him, whoever did this is great. Got the Lamborghini badge on the hood there. Mine got like a poor paint finish. It looks very orange peely. But it's black, so I'm not too worried. Wow, that rear sail panel there is pretty atrocious. We're going to ignore that. Lamborghini across the back there. I like these wheels. Are these new wheels? I don't... If they're not new wheels, I don't think I have a car that has these wheels. That just hit me. I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen these wheels before. At least not on a car I own. Wow, this rear sail panel is braille. Like, that's braille. Love that the little rods here on the back, I don't know what to call them, the handrails, because there's like jump seats back here. I like how they're part of this little interior tray here, which could be a separate piece. This little floor pan and little seats or tool chests or whatever they are. But the rails come up the side of it too. So that's a very nice feature. The taillights are, they're very two-dimensional. Like, that's just a block of red, a block of orange, and a block of white. There's no real depth going on there. That could be honestly better. The spare tire matches these new wheels. I'm going to call them new wheels because I'm pretty sure they are. Which I also don't really care for, because the next release probably will not have these wheels. So it's normally, I guess, better for them to just do a spare tire cover, so that way it cleans things up a bit. But maybe it's just better for the Japanese cars because they get cool graphics on the spare tire cover. And maybe I just want cool graphics. No cool graphics on the LM002 though. LM002 has got to stay pretty clean, and hopefully they do a red one soon, because that's the one I saw in person. This thing's awesome. Again, I love the stance on this one, how the front end kind of drops a little lower. This thing is just phenomenal. Just the girth of it. It almost looks like a Wrangler if you squint. I think it's because it's black. But yeah, this thing's massive. Let's put it... Look at that thing compared to the Roadrunner. But yeah. Now, everybody wants to see the Koenigsegg. I know, that's why I saved it for last. I mean, this Koenigsegg's phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. So I don't want to say I don't have a favorite. I also don't want to say it's the Koenigsegg just to, you know, follow what everybody else says, but holy cow. This is truly, truly spectacular for a Hot Wheel. And if you're new here, I have a very rich history of knocking on Hot Wheels, on making fun of Hot Wheels, and here I am in awe, how I normally am with Tomica, or specifically TLV. This is great. And I guess with the budget increase that Hot Wheels has to fit, or not so much the budget increase, but the sales increase, that they have to increase the sale price for tariffs and all that. I guess it was very well worth them bringing in someone like Ron, who knows how to design a car. Got to make it worth that extra $1. And I think, you know, of course, I don't love the price increase, but if we're going to start getting stuff like this, it's worth it. It's worth, look at this. Look at the mirrors. Those are going to break off if you, like, huck this down a track. But it's just showing you what they're willing to go through. You know, yeah, we get it. The price increase is not ideal, but we're going to try to make it worth your while. And they absolutely knocked it out of the park. And I know the LaFerrari's got mirrors too, doesn't it? I think that was a request from Ferrari, which is interesting. Got the single wiper up front there. You got your headlights. You got the Koenigsegg logo on the front end there, which I normally do. That's not a normal saying for me, the Koenigsegg logo. Maybe for Matchbox with the Gamera, but This is my era of Koenigsegg. Even though I like Matchbox and the Gamera's an okay looking car, this older stuff, nothing's going to beat this older stuff. Jesko, no. Agera, no. CCXR, yeah. This is my era. Look at those taillights. See, look at they might be a little grainy, but they got a little depth to them. You can see there's like a reflection on the red lamp where it's kind of fades orange at the top there. This I just ew, I don't like that. I don't like that. And even this one had sort of a little bit of depth to it. I mean, it was darker, but the bottom one's got like a little orange to it. A little breaks it apart. This is really well done. The reflector's really well done as well. The little exhaust trim, all the little vents across the back here. This rear bumper is plastic, if you can't tell. Unfortunately, it's molded in this color. I think they should, if they want to make it a little better, they should paint it. You really can't tell. And the way the body line is, it makes this lower piece look lighter anyway, so the rear bumper kind of matches. But when you get it like this and there's no reflection on that rear bumper, you can tell it's plastic. But this is metal. Don't let me confuse you. The rear wing is plastic as well, and it looks very nice. Mine's might be a little bent. But look at all that black trim in the back here. The little windows. This thing is phenomenally done. I sound like Lamley again, but let's look at that. That's a $7 Hot Wheel. I think between these three and these three, you're looking at some of the greatest Hot Wheels premium releases ever done. Ever. In terms of casting, in terms of deco, in terms of I don't know what else. Just wow. And Hot Wheels is certainly coming a long way. They really know how to. I think they finally have figured out how to grasp the majority of their audience, right? Of course, the chase pieces also grasp a majority of the audience. I could care less about the chase pieces. And we're looking at two sets right now that do not have chase pieces. Boulevard and the Fast and Furious set are chase free, and they are still phenomenal. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I'll see you all on the next one. Let me know what you guys think. Did you get any of these? And what do you think about them? See you all on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.